Here we go, Juan. Be smart. Come on, kid. Good eye, good eye.
All right, we're live, Mike?
We are live.
Okay, we're live for the second game here. We got Mike.
And Mark is with me. We did it backwards. And it is wet, and we are trying to figure it out. And Jack is up with a 2-0 count, 3-0 count now.
I would just do the one microphone. The one that,
I think we'll just do that for now.
yeah.
See what we can get
Maybe
away
the
with.
one that had life left, so while the other one charges.
Yes. Okay. So 3-0 count now. Jack will be taking all the way. He's going to go down to first. And it is raining quite good here. Mark had the genius idea that we put up my tent so that we keep all the stuff dry. So, some kind of weird rip in the boat.
The wind or that or that. That's the lights.
And Jack is picked off at first. Gonna run down. It's not wet coat. Sun's still Don't worry if that fouls that one back. Trying to get this game in because both teams, the Rogue and the Jackrabbits, are 1-0 today, both having been able to be victorious in the first game. So the winner of this game will decide the seeding, the number 1 or the number 2 seed for our pool play here. So that's why it's important, even though the rain is coming down hard, we want to get this game going. In game or in team reach now, so we start picking up some viewers.
So just as a matter of how they have the schedule set up for tomorrow, the loser of this game will probably be second place, but will play at 9 a.m. tomorrow. The winner of this game will play at 3 p.m. tomorrow.
This is a true story, folks. Really, if I wanted to win a game more than that, 6-hour difference.
And one less game to win it all.
A nice stroke by Jorge to deep center, and the center fielder steps back a couple of steps and grabs it for the second out of the inning. Teddy will step in now. Nobody on and 2 out. Freezing his tail off, I'm sure. He'll take a 60-mile-an-hour curveball outside. So if you're wondering, have I seen the Rogue before? Yes, we saw them on Thursday. So it was a rematch of that AYL championship game. And I will say, I know for sure that several of the Jackrabbits are looking forward to this game. Actually, almost to the detriment of looking past the last game. So, really want a rematch here, and so we'll see how we go. But Teddy now waiting for the third pitch of the at-bat. Will be outside for ball 3. Teddy will be taking here. Yes, that's not going to be a thing. It's going to be silly. I'm fine. 3-1 now. Teddy will take ball 4. So Teddy walks again. First time in this game, but walked a bunch in the first game. Gianni will be up.
Let's go, White Knight!
And Chris will be in the on-deck circle with Gianni stepping in. That ball is high, 63 miles an hour. Teddy will be in the second, sliding way over the base because it's carpet and it's wet.
Did he have a
He walked.
He walked first, and then he stole for a second. There you go. Look at that, buddy.
What's that?
Straight. So that's what we say when the hit fell like that
Right,
way.
because if he straightens the ball out, it's fair ball.
Straight. I know, but I have to straighten it up.
Swing a little later.
Swing a little later. Or a little earlier from the other side.
Yeah. So the runner at second, and 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 down. Gianni out the Cat X in hand, looking for the next pitch.
The rain's actually slowing down a little bit.
And he hits that ball off to the right side.
We could really use a drive by Johnny right now. Get a jump on these guys.
Yeah, we really could use something that finds the outfield grass here. Maybe a timeout from the catcher who's going to go out and talk to his pitcher.
How do you turn on the table elevator, Mike?
I know. Next year. Starlink and a
Starlink and a
elevated table. Yeah, standing desk. That's what he needs. An easily portable standing desk.
That's right.
2-2 pitch. Gianni's going to fist into left center.
Should drop. Oh, that's a great catch.
Good catch by the left fielder. And that ends the inning. Teddy's left out at second.
My observations with the Rogue are we cannot afford to make errors tonight.
Correct.
Because they don't.
Yes. That's correct. They don't make errors, and and on Thursday they capitalize on ours. So exactly
right.
So good call. Jackrabbits are going to go here, take the field, having won the coin flip and chose to be home team, of course. And we'll see who's on the mound. I think it's going to be Eastside. So there's an interesting story.
Gianni.
No.
Johnny's striking out.
So I saw Eastside warm up earlier. Let's see if he gets the ball or if Mason gets the ball. Oh, it looks like Mason has asked for the ball. And he's going to get it and enter your screen right there.
Eastside down behind the plate again.
Yeah, it does look like Eastside will be on the plate. All the guys doing checking in with the man above here. Make sure he cares about baseball. You know, the good book does start with in the big inning, so he obviously cares about baseball. And they're ready to get going, warming up here. So I thought it was going to be Eastside, because Eastside actually, first time we played the Rogue, kept the Rogue to just one hit over 3 1/3.
Saving it for tomorrow.
Could be.
I mean, he's going to have to pitch tomorrow. Well, not necessarily.
Well, if we win, you only have 2 games, then you probably could go with Teddy and Jack.
Yeah.
But there may be some pitching by committee tomorrow afternoon as well, depending on where we get to. Jabril will be at first, and Aaron at second, Jorge at short, and Gianni at third, with Mason on the mound and Isai behind the plate. Isaiah in right, Chris in center, and Teddy in left. So where's Jack?
Where's Jack?
Maybe Jack's warming up just in case. But Jack got plenty of innings on Thursday as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Maybe Jack's just getting a rest. Maybe it just happens. All right, I'm going to take my Zyrtec here so my nose... Although now with the rain, I'm going to have less allergies, so go figure. Did you see that ball bounce? That's why I hate the turf so much.
Yeah, it's icky.
And it's going to be especially bad with it being wet. Hot shot past Gianni. Teddy misplays in the outfield. The runner will start with a first pitch double off Mason. I mean, he earned it. Gianni didn't get a glove on it, and Teddy decided to turn his eyes when he was trying to get a ground ball out there. So misplay out there and left. And in steps number 10. Beautiful 55-mile-an-hour curveball.
Did that hit Gianni's glove or did it just miss it?
It just went on the top of it. I don't expect Gianni to make that play, and that's a single all day. But Teddy's got to stop that ball and can't let back at the second. As it is, he's out at second. There's a strong wind blowing. Foul ball straight back. Actually hits off the fence and bounces back onto the field. Mason goes and retrieves it. Oh, the rain has stopped?
I think so.
Good. We can just be wet and cold.
We can just be wet and cold.
Okay. Yeah, I was worried about my electronics, so my chair is just a swamp. I'm not sitting down.
Yeah, we should have folded up our chairs.
Ball's in the dirt. Throw down. Going to be offline. Runner slides over the base. So, like we saw with Teddy, that runner also trying to put the combo of wet and plastic carpet. You can really slide for a ways.
We have a chance to test out washing theory. Baseball pants.
Right.
Insta reel showing the mom spraying down baseball pants.
That ball's popped up, out of play, to left side. Batter will return with 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, I'm just going to have to keep moving around it.
Yeah.
You didn't get a chance to run to the car because we were busy shuffling around in the wet.
Well, that's right. I was going to get a second jacket.
Yeah. Next pitch. Oh, nice curve, but it's inside. Had the batter fooled, but the batter was but the ball was not over the plate. 2-2 now. Runner at third. Oops, sorry, I forgot to pull out the picture-in-picture. Ball's low and away.
Count is full.
Let's pitch right, Mason. Let's pitch good.
It's probably too risky to, especially with the wet baseball, but man, I'd love to see that curveball.
It's hard to throw with the wet.
Yeah, it's hard to throw. And the ball's going to go over the fence.
Will remain full. What's the risk in throwing a wet ball curveball?
So you don't get the grip on it, and then it could go anywhere off your
Gotcha.
hand, right? So looking at the 8th pitch of the at-bat forthcoming.
Full count, correct?
Full count, yep. Still looking to get that first out of the inning for the Jackrabbits. And that ball popped up.
Come on, Teddy. Oh, boy. Okay.
Teddy catches it. Home. It's going to be way offline. The runner will score. So 1 down.
Trade that run for an out.
It's always a circus when a fly balls into my son. But oh, he didn't tag up. They called him out at third.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He left early. So the runner at third left early.
Oh.
And he's out. 2 outs.
Wow.
That is a nice break.
Yeah, that is.
And you also have to wonder if he had waited to tag up, if he even would have had a play at home, because Teddy got it in a hurry.
Yeah, he did. That was offline, but
he got it in, you know.
exactly. Now whoever's running Game Changer is trying to figure out how you whatever
How
that's
you
called.
back that up.
Yeah, that's called. Really nice. 55 curve. So Mason throwing low 60s as a 7th grader, throwing low 60s. As in his fastball and a 55-mile-an-hour curveball that is really working. Out on appeal, by the way. Whoever, nice, 55. Yeah, 55 on that. So whoever's working Game Changer for us figured out how to do out on appeal. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the run does not count.
Was it Chuck?
Yeah, it might be Chuck. He's a superstar over there.
Fortunately, he's a Mets fan.
Woo! 3 curves, 3 strikes. Mason comes back and cleans up the mess from the left fielder, and nobody scores. We got top of the 2nd, nothing. Vamos Libres. We'll see Chris and then Isai and then whoever's after that. It's on your screen right now. It's also freezing. I don't know if I mentioned that, but man, it's so cold. First pitch skipped off the carpet for ball 1. Here's the next pitch. Ooh, is going to hit Chris, I think maybe in the tuchus there. Properly in the derriere. He will take first.
Now, non-Jewish people like yourself cannot say tuchus correctly.
Wow.
It's not possible.
Wow. How do you
It's
make
not
that
possible.
sound?
Tuchus.
Yeah.
I just can't explain it, but you
No, I'm very much the Gentile over
it's
here.
not possible.
Yeah.
From what I learned.
No, I was way off. That pronunciation. Was amazing. So Chris at first, having taken
My wife can't say it either.
a fastball off his rear end, very close, and the dugout just erupts in chants of ball pitcher.
What is?
A ball.
No. What's the coach?
I'm not sure why Coach Paul's out. He could be asking about a balk. It could be asking. The conditions aren't bad, right? Like we're not.
Gotten better.
Yeah. So yeah.
Don't think it's raining.
Okay, so if it's not a conversation about the condition, then it must be about balk. We had Chris leaning the wrong way. Jack also got caught leaning the wrong way, so something's happening where we're not seeing the move, or we're not picking up the move early enough.
It's good to draw that throw, though. Good things bound to happen.
I do love the boy. Yeah, I know. The boys sound like a college team. The college teams, they sound that loud when the ball's thrown over. So you say showing bunt. He's going to pull it back. And the ball's going to come off the catcher's glove.
No play at second.
Oops, sorry. No play at second. My touchscreen is not being very responsive right now, so it's because it's wet. Don't swing at bad pitches. Don't help him out is a nice way to say don't swing at bad pitches. He had to take though. That ball pops in at 62, but low.
Was that the first pitch before?
It's 1-1, yeah. It's 1-1 now.
Oh.
But I was deciphering why Coach would say don't help him out. You don't want to say don't swing at bad pitches because then you're thinking about that.
No, Sarah was saying she thought it was a strike.
Going forward.
Usually what they say when the pitcher's throwing 4 balls at you, don't help them out.
I think you're just knowing your batter. You want to make sure you give your batter the correct instructions. Ooh, 62, a good swing for strike 2. Oh no, I got on Game Changer. They have 2 balls and 1 strike now. Okay, great. I think so too. And that ball's inside. You said dance out of the way.
That's my pitch because Gianni's there.
That's right, because he wouldn't have moved.
He wouldn't have moved.
Yeah. He just offered his numbers and said hit one. But Eastside does bounce out of the way for ball 2. Or I guess ball 3 according to Game Changer. I haven't seen anything from the umpire. The chance of ball pitcher, which I'm sure you're picking up on the camera that's over there, obviously sign of the energy the boys have to avenge their loss on Thursday.
So you must have been right because it looks like it's 3-2 now.
Yeah, okay. I thought so. I thought that first pitch was a strike. Yeah. So now we got a full count. Runner out at second. Nobody down. Payoff pitch to Eastside forthcoming. Swing and a miss. He's got a swing at that pitch. 64, nicely executed by 27 there. And Jabril will step in.
Second out?
That's the first out of the inning. And with Jabril in the box, that'll put Mason in the on-deck circle. He's got the sweatshirt on because it's cold out. Cat X in his hand because that's what drives the ball deeper. Center field shaded way to the left.
Ooh, that's
62 right down Colfax. Yeah, he's got to be swinging at that one. But you can see the center fielder is just over the shortstop's shoulder, so there's a huge gap in right center. And with this turf, anything that gets out there is going to go to the fence. Yeah, 320 to the fence today, symmetrically all the way around. There's strike 2. So Jabril in the hole now. He's got to be swinging anything close, and 27's pumping heat right down the middle. He's got to be ready to swing here. And he hits that off to the right side, and it's going to end up in foul territory.
All right, Jabril doing the right thing, swinging at that pitch.
Yep. Down 0-2. If it's close at all, he's got to be swinging for something. That one did come off the hands, it looked like. Pitcher looking for a drier baseball. That ball gets away from the catcher, and the runner will get into third.
Okay, so we've got a man in third and better scoring position. Now, my opinion is we cannot afford to leave men on third against this team. No. We've got to bring them home.
Jabril's got to get the ball at least to the infield. Chris can come home on it. He's going to bounce that one. Chris doesn't come in again. Very short, very short backstop here. So the ball is going to have to skip away almost to one of the dugouts before someone's going to come in from third. We did see Jorge do it in the first game, but
yes,
Jorge's always looking to steal, so that's why. So we've got now to a full count, right? And Jabril,
straighten that out, Jabril.
a little behind, but fouls off to the right side, and he'll get another chance to see another pitch.
Something I think you've gotten used to, Mike, all these years of broadcasting that I've taken me a while to get used to is not just cheering back there.
It is hard. It is hard. Part of the reason I'm on the mic is so that I don't cheer, because I'm not necessarily the most positive cheerer. Nice catch by the catcher. And that'll take it to full. I apologize. So Jabril, who went down 0-2, is now bound back to a full count. Man, I'd love to see him put one in right center, because that center fielder is so cheating over.
Good eye.
Oh! Strike three at the knees on the outside corner. So 2 down now. Cannot afford, as Mark just said, to leave a runner at third. And Mason will step in with Aaron in the on-deck circle. So at this point now, with 2 down, you got to get a single to score the runner. Just putting the ball in play is not enough. That's a score. And there's a
good job.
And I feel bad for the shortstop, because that was a turf-assisted hop there. Didn't hop normal, but that's what we're all going to deal with today.
That was, but I think that was going through anyway, no?
You think so? I thought it hit his glove, so I don't know. Aaron steps in. We'll take the run, though, with Chris coming home. And Isaiah stepping in the on-deck circle. And we have a timeout by the field ump. He says, my time.
We went from Jabril's cleats that look like sneakers, because you can see the cleats, to Aaron's cleats that look something out of a transformer.
Yeah, they do.
All cleats are different.
All cleats are different.
Well, they all have to be plastic or turf shoes or cleats, plastic cleats.
Yeah, plastic sheet cleats.
I'm not even sure they're supposed to be wearing plastic cleats.
So there's someone splurged for some stickum, it looks like, in the on-deck circle, and I'm listening to all the kids in the on-deck circle put the stickum on their bats, which just makes me think of how much gunk is going to get brought into my house when my kid's bat comes home. And there's a throw to second. And he overslides and he's out. I actually called that earlier when I said we got to keep it on him. So the water plus the
turf,
water plus the turf. So the turf giveth, the turf taketh away. Jackrabbits are only able to plate 1 on the fact that Mason is too fast, and then he slid roughly 19.5 feet over the base, overslid the base, was tagged out.
I don't think he did anything wrong. He had a good jump, and the turf just killed him.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't do anything wrong. That's just going to happen. And the reality is going to happen again 2 or 3 times this game where kids are going to overslide the base because they're not adjusting. What it means is you have to slide earlier, and it's unnatural to slide that far from the base. But it is plastic carpet that's lubricated with rain. It is just going to, as you just saw, Mason slid basically 4 body lengths there.
He just couldn't get his hand back.
And couldn't stay on the base. Yeah. So that'll mean that who was up there?
Oh, right. Because
Isaiah will come back with a fresh count.
Well, no, Isaiah wasn't up. Because who was up before Isaiah?
Isaiah was up, wasn't it? No, it was before Isaiah.
It was Aaron.
Aaron, yeah. Aaron will come.
Aaron will come back up with a full count with his transformer.
Yeah. We'll come on with. So Aaron
and his transformer like cleats.
We'll be back with a fresh count in the bottom of the.
And I think we have Mason back up on the mound, and I do not see any defensive changes. Do you, Mike? Eddie's still in left.
Yeah.
Is that Chris in center still? Did you say?
Chris still in center. Yeah. Jabrell's over at first.
Yep. Right.
So.
We got Jabrell
I got it wrong. I thought for some reason we were home, but we're a visitor.
We are visitor on this one, yeah.
So I got that wrong earlier. Apologies.
I guess we lost the coin.
Must have lost the coin toss. So that means the Rogue will always get a chance to to hit. But the Jackrabbits are up now 1-0. Far cry from the 14-9 game we had on Thursday with, I think after 3 innings, it was something like 7 to 6 or 8 to 6.
Yeah, it was already a high-scoring game.
Yeah.
Unlikely.
So we're at the 7 o'clock hour here, 7:08 local time. A lot of baseball ahead of us, and we're all wet with cold breezes, trying to figure out how we're going to dry our stuff off. Did you see that? That was, again, another crazy
hot. Oh, what time did we start?
I think it wasn't saying 31.
31? What 31? 5?
6:31?
6:31.
So that would make an hour 45 is...
Cool. I just
So 7:31.
the game that we played
On Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My parents were able to watch.
Oh, I'm glad. Oh, they watched.
Get back there.
I don't know, open or something.
It's not raining anymore, at least. Oh, is that the one I was wearing? So you got it back?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have your burrito wrapped.
Huh?
Your burrito towel.
Oh, yeah, I do, don't I? Oh,
Big old
and that
hug
worked.
teddy bear right here, bro.
Son of a gun. Look at that, it worked. Freak. All I had to do was move it out of this corner. Excellent. Let's see. You might have to like reload.
Yeah.
Do I just need to hold it someplace else? Not be underneath?
I don't know. As soon as you picked it up, it started working again.
Really?
Yeah, really. Maybe you should just put the mic on and walk around. Yeah, the minute you picked it up, it started working.
Okay. Well, do you want to give everybody a heads up of what happened since I've been down? We gave up a 2-run double on bases loaded because people missed half an inning.
So Mike is standing up holding the Wi-Fi or his internet, so, which seems to be the only way to make it work. So just a quick catch up. We have 1 out. It was a deep fly ball to left field, which scored 2 Rogue. So the score right now is 2-1, 1 out, man on second and third for the Rogue. Yeah, put it on top of a cooler might be good. And it's 1 ball, 0 strikes. That's outside, good stop by Isai. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, that's working, so. Okay, so we're all caught up here.
So we
Mike.
gave up a bases loaded 2-run double. Pitch is high.
That's 3-0.
So the Jackrabbits down 2-1 here in the bottom of the second. We do have a base open at first. Don't really want to put them there, but no harm, no foul if you do. And it does seem as though putting the internet out in the open
Seemed to work.
is the answer.
Okay, so we've walked, bases loaded. Well,
No,
bases are loaded after a walk.
Yeah. So sorry about that, folks. We tried to troubleshoot the actual moving of the internet box.
Well,
Was
the
the last
way
thing
I
I
see
thought
it,
of.
Mike, you saved the day.
Well, I missed the deep double by the guy out at second for his highlight reel, so I apologize, batter. There's a beautiful curve, 55. Kind of just wish Mason would throw that all the time.
Yeah, just stick with it.
Yeah, it's working for him.
And I don't know if they're savvy enough, at this age, if we're savvy enough to pick that up.
Yeah. Now, bases loaded, you've got to get a force out at any base here. Hopefully a double play if you can get it.
Mason gets the call there. No balls, 2 strikes. And they seem to have paid for the lights.
That's true. Since we last chatted, the lights have come on. Should make it a little bit easier to pick up the ball. It was really kind of a flat light situation before then.
Oh, good stop.
Good stop by Isai, who's saved by ball also hitting off the ump. Play. Okay.
Does it not like?
I don't know, it froze again.
Oh, maybe it doesn't like people.
I was just making sure Mia didn't try to open it.
Oh, I'm pretty sure she would know
I'm
not to
going
open.
to pick it up for a second.
Okay. Just don't let it get unplugged. That's the. Yeah, there you go. Oh, wow.
Did it come back?
Yeah, how'd you do that?
Is it working again? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And there's a little squibbler, and the runner stumbles out of first. Stumbles out of home, and they get him at first. 2-1. Wow, Jackrabbits doing an excellent
they
job.
just turned the double play?
No, but we had the strikeout, and then
Oh, I forgot about the strike.
and then with the force at first. So big play by the Jackrabbits.
So coming out of that with just 2 runs is good.
Yeah, very
we
good.
can take that.
Yeah, very not easy, but very.
No, but that looked like the potential for a very big inning with that deep fly ball to left and
Exactly. Bases loaded.
Bases loaded.
Only 1 out. So.
all right. So we've got Aaron, Isaiah, and Jack.
That's right. And Aaron will start with a fresh count.
Or at least we hope so.
The rules dictate he should.
Yes.
All right. So Aaron steps in now with a fresh count.
Don't you usually have 3 coming?
No. I have third if we're on the third base side.
Oh, got it.
But I always have the audio for our side. I never have the audio for the opponent's side. I don't know what
So only if you're over there, then you have.
then I'd have third base, yeah. But right now we're on the first base side.
So one of those wouldn't be going.
So this is first base. This is picking up the noise out of the
Right.
dugout. Oh, Aaron with another shot down the right field line. Home plate is our wireless
Right.
one that goes there, and then that's the output combined. Like,
Okay.
which I don't know why this
and
and
if we
this.
were over there, you'd also have this.
I'd have third base on, but I'd have first base off.
I see. Got it.
So Aaron with no 2 count out and 2 foul
Did
balls.
you mute here? No, you mute right there.
Oh, foul ball. So there was.
What happened?
Aaron moved out of the way.
Yeah.
And hit the barrel of his
bat.
bat behind him, so that counts as a foul ball. It doesn't really matter because it was already 0-2, but if he didn't have 2 strikes, it would have been a problem.
It would have been a problem.
Oh, whoa! That's right off Isaiah. Go. So that was a foul ball. Actually hit Isaiah in the on-deck circle. Wow! If he's not hurt by that, that's got to be 60 miles an hour or 70 miles an hour off his abs. Just absolute abs of steel. Isaiah.
Oh, that was scary.
Whoa! Wow. Whew. Absolute abs of steel, that son of yours.
He does have abs of steel.
Well,
I'll give him that.
That's what
He
saved
doesn't
him
have
right
any
there.
other thing of steel, but he has abs of steel. No, tomorrow there'll be something he can't do. No, that was scary.
Ooh, strike 3 on a swing and a miss. That was scary, and I'm glad that he's okay. Let's see if he has a chance now to.
You all right, son? Okay.
How about you end up on second base and we'll just let it go.
Shouldn't he get a hit by pitch?
I know, right? Feels like there should be something.
Yeah. I know, abs of steel saved you. Now put the ball in the outfield, man. So we are so close that we can talk to the batters here. They have no problems hearing us. And Isaiah was having some banter with his father here. What I heard him say was he was going to clean up his room when he gets home.
Yeah.
He was going to hug his
That's
mom.
Right. That's right.
He was gonna make dinner tomorrow. I thought I heard him say that.
I think all you heard him say was, "That's why I go to the gym."
That's right. Okay. Some people make a good living at Gym Tan Laundry, you know. Oh, 65 right down Colfax.
Swing at that.
Strike 1. And the next pitch. Strike 2.
Swing at those.
Am I back?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, good. I was frozen there for a second. Okay. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down now. Isaiah locked and loaded. And he takes ball, strike 3. Oh. Unfortunately, that at-bat came and went without him taking the bat off his shoulder. That'll be 2 down. And if you were a Jackrabbits fan and paid attention on Tuesday night, this is exactly how the latter half of the game went. Yeah, we're up because Jack's up, so we're good. After that 4th inning, we really struggled to get any sort of consistent offense, going 3 up, 3 down, I think twice in those remaining 4 innings. And Jack's going to hit that ball into deep center. And it may drop. It does drop. So they have the center fielder playing Jack to pull. He kind of sprays it off to left center. The ball drops in nicely. So Jack on. Is he on for the 3rd time this game? I mean, 3 for 3, I'll take it. Or is it on 3 times? Oh, yeah, he did get picked off. That's right. So we won't count that one. But on base percentage, he's 3 for 3. So Jack over there at first, already been picked off. And he's going to slide on the wet turf back to first. So interesting, the first push off your back foot looks like everybody's slipping there, and then once they start sliding, they're going. And there's the ball, or there's the throw, and the ball is down. And Jack holds on to second base tightly. And Jack now in safely at second. So the tying run out at second. Yeah, he did grab it with hands. So Jorge now with a strike on him. And a huge right center gap. Ooh. And the wind picking up from behind me again, blowing right down my neck. Jorge with the bat on his shoulder, he's ready, and there's a throw back. A lot of attention to Jack at second. Jorge will take the ball inside. Oh man, yeah, severe weather alert.
Oh no.
Oh, dense fog advisory. Didn't see that. Didn't have that on my bingo card. Jorge takes a strike at the letters. Dense fog.
They were just over there. They got a picture of me. They were like, "Hey, can we take a picture?"
Runner's going to go, and the ball's going to get away. Jack will be in safely. I wish I had flipped the camera over to see Jack with that slide, but it's a proper Superman slide. And now he's on third with 2 down, full count.
I didn't see the slide either. I looked away.
Oh, it was. He started sliding about where the third baseman is.
Yeah.
And then
Little Pete Rose action.
little Pete Rose action. And the throw over. I believe the ball was in the third baseman's hand there for a little bit. From the dugout, they kind of clued me in. So, payoff pitch forthcoming here. And it'll be low and away. Jorge will take first. My son wearing no undershirt,
No sweatshirt.
no sweatshirt, having 3.2% body fat, and wet from the rain, steps in with runners at first and third. So we'll see if he has
I
to.
predict he's going to hit the ball to between the center fielder and the left fielder.
And there's going to be a throw down to second. And Jorge's in standing up. I wish he would have slid there,
Yeah.
but 2 runners in scoring position now.
Let's go, 7!
It's going to be up to Teddy to get the ball into the outfield with 2 down. He's got to reach safely first for any of the runs to score. And the pitch. He's going to hit the ball down the third base line. And there's going to be a throw across to first.
He's going to be safe.
And Teddy will be safe. He runs it out. And that'll be Jorge coming home to score the second run of the fifth. What a heads-up play from Jorge. So Teddy now with 2-run infield single, 3-2 to the Jackrabbits. So a 2-run rally here for the Jackrabbits. Teddy at first. And everybody playing Gianni way deep here, which makes sense because he did hit that home run in the first game, and the Rogue were here to see it. And that ball's in the dirt, but a great short hop by the catcher. Doesn't make the transfer. Teddy's up safely.
You got this! Let's go! You got this!
Oh, and he fouls it off to the field behind us. And actually hits the dugout of the field behind us. Yeah, it landed near third base over there. Someone's going to have to go get that. Looks like no one's
Johnny can straighten that out. In good shape.
And that ball's going to get away, and Teddy will easily scamper to third. Hey, Mia, there's a ball on the infield over here. Can you go get it?
Inside that field.
You see it, man? There's a ball on that field.
Can you go get it? So 2 balls, 1 strike now to Gianni. Teddy at third.
Of course.
And hit by pitch. I don't know if you've heard that about Gianni, but
Is that 23?
he had a full due dozen. I think he's 25 now.
25.
So
Had 2 dozen?
I think yes. So unfortunately, I don't love it because I really kind of wish he.
Well, he takes the bat out of his hands.
Exactly.
And it's actually a
But I will
shame.
take a runner at first and third now.
But he crowds the plate and he does not move.
Exactly. He takes all the room he's allotted, and he's not afraid of getting hit. And 27 now, looking a little rattled out there. And catcher taking a little bit of leadership here. Remind his infield what's going on. Buy time for 27 to get his mental bearings. And Chris in the box now with Esai in the on deck circle. And there's a throw. And way off line. Teddy probably could have scored on that, but he was staying close.
Probably could have scored.
I think he probably could have scored on that. But Teddy is not an aggressive base runner at all. So now he's going to have to make Chris. It's going to require Chris to get the ball into the outfield here.
If we get a base hit, it's no harm, no foul.
Yep. And that pitch is high. Did you get it? Oh, can you take it over the dugout and say this was a foul ball?
Thanks, Mia.
Oh, and Chris bails on a 65. Right in the inside corner. Chris looked quite timid up there on that pitch, so he's got to gather himself now. 27's reasserted himself with that pitch.
Oh. Teddy gets back.
I'm not sure exactly what was going on there. Because
Teddy had a lead they were about to throw over. He got it back.
Teddy back.
swing and a miss.
And that's 3 outs.
And that's 3 down. That's third strike. Oh, that's 3 outs. So, all right. I lost track of the count there. Jackrabbits come back, take the lead 3-2 as you go to the bottom of the third. Stay right here. We think we found a place for the internet in a box to work without buffering. And what time did we say this is over? 8:11?
31.
8:31. My bad. 8:31. So 50 minutes of baseball left. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. You missed my daughter doing a little rap in there as the ball's been thrown down, and now Jabril sprints back to first after tying his shoe. His shoe seems to have a automatic untying there. That's the second time we've had him tie his shoe. I got Isaiah in right, Chris in center. Oh no, Jack in center. No, Chris in center. And Teddy in left. Mason back on the bump. And the first curve, 52 for a strike. Isai, the receiver for that curve. Gianni at third. Jorge at short. Aaron at second. And Jabril at first. There's another strike. 54 on the curve. So now Mason actually just working off the curveball to set up maybe his fastball. But his curveball has been working so well. And there's a swing, and Isai picks it up and gets the immediate tag for the ball in the carpet. I'm going to throw the ball around with a little bit of flair. And Mason with one down now, and he will face number 27. There's a strike. So a fastball, 59 miles an hour. So Mason's curveball at 55 is about 10% slower. But that fastball looked a lot faster than 59 because of the way he's been setting up with the curve. There's the curve again. 27 swings and misses. That thing is biting. That is like a dog off its leash. And with 2 strikes now, 5 pitches on the inning. Here's the 6th. Oh, comes in a little high. Comes in a little high. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Mason's thrown a curveball, a fastball, and a curveball in that order. Let's see what comes next. There's the curveball, and it's in the dirt. We are going to have throw to first. We do not complete the strikeout. So strikeout, and then it's going to be a wild pitch. So E1 on that one. So in the box, that will go down as a strikeout, but an error to let the runner onto first.
From that, throwing the drop third strike?
Yeah, from the drop third strike, exactly. The ball got away, went right through Isai's legs. But I think anytime a ball's got movement on it, you're pretty much going to call it a wild pitch.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss from number 22. That was a nice 60 on the gun.
So that's his fastball?
That's his fastball, yeah. And then his curveball is almost always 55 miles an hour.
Every time.
Oh, yeah, he threw 154 mile an hour curveball. But he's thrown a dozen plus. And they've all been 55.
Go, Mason, get the batter, bud. Esau, get the runner.
And the runner's off. And that ball is hit deep into left. And it is going to be gone. Home run for number 22 there.
They might have figured out the curveball right
Yeah,
there.
that was going to be unfortunate. You are going to hit the curveball, and you can hit a long, long way. His team's got to get a little heads up on how it works because they actually touched him early. They shouldn't. No one's ever going to call that. But that is a 2-run shot because we didn't complete the strikeout. So now the Rogue catapult themselves into a 4-3. Just a 2-run. 4-3. Yeah.
Okay.
We have 1 out?
1 down.
And there.
So we'll reset here. But if you were in the ballpark, you could feel the momentum swing from the first base line to the third base line.
Yeah.
The Rogue dugout pretty jazzed. Number 11 will step in.
Well, I hope they didn't solve that 55 mile per hour curveball.
There it is. That one at 65 on the fastball there. Although I don't.
Didn't look like it.
Yeah, I think there's a problem of this left-hander. This is going. The left-hander's bat's gonna also.
Messes it up.
Yeah, gonna give incorrect readings potentially. Let's see what he does with the next one.
Radar.
Swing and a miss. 56 curve. So Mason maybe got a little bit more juice in that arm after giving up the home run. So number 11 now down. No balls, 2 strikes. Is Mason going to throw the fastball or going to throw the curve here? No one knows. And there's the curveball. Right through the... And Isaiah spikes the ball into the dugout.
Probably shouldn't throw it.
And he's going to get second due to the fact that because the ball went into the dugout or maybe hit one of the coaches outside the dugout, the ball is out of play. Oops. So Isaiah got way too jazzed on that. Great job fielding it.
I mean, decent.
And then just spiked it into the turf and it bounced. And
It might be against these better teams that you're not going to get the guy at first and you don't try it.
yeah, well, I heard him yelling. The coaches yelling, "Go one, go one, go one."
You did?
So
Okay.
I mean, the ball is scooting on this carpet.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Jabril didn't really make a move to stop the ball, so I don't know if you could have.
Well,
But
if they were telling him to go one, then
yeah, you'd want to see your first baseman go stop that.
now you'll see him come back out of the outfield next time, though.
Nah, Teddy continues to play left, even though there's plenty of mistakes he's made out there. So
Yeah.
we shall see. We have a 1-1 count now. And there's a sweatshirt on here, so I don't know what number this is. It should be 18 according to the Game Changer. And there's a curve that 52, but comes in way high. So that didn't have Mason's textbook throw on it. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 down, runner out at second. And the Rogue have taken the lead. Swing and a miss. 61 on that one. That's more in the range of what we're expecting from a fastball. So now, do you throw the curve, which has a lot of bite to it? And if it does, then Isai is going to have to complete the strikeout at first. But you got the runner at second. You don't really want to give him third. Maybe just give him the heater here.
I'd stick with the hitter because
They've
been sitting. They sat that curve before.
That's true. Both the home run and then the shot into right field. So full count. Mason coming up on 65th pitch of the night here. And it's fouled off. So another fastball. So let's see if the runners out at second are peeking in again and giving signs. Because if so, they're definitely sitting at. So let's see what the runner at second does with his hands. Remember that kid was tapping his head before? It looks like he's not doing anything. And that's going to be fastball for high for ball 4. With a free pass, we'll take first. Now there's a force play at first, second, or third with 1 down.
Daddy, what did you last time?
In steps 23. Isaiah stepping way back now in right field. We get a time called. I actually don't know who called time there. Didn't see the batter's hand come up. Maybe Isai, I'm not sure.
Who keeps calling time?
I'm a little worried the right side of the infield looking a little flat-footed right now. And there's likely it's going to be pulled to them. Nice short hop catch by Isai. Ball 1. And the next pitch. Nice strike on the outside corner, 61. So Mason's laid off that curveball ever since that ground ball was hit through the right side. we've seen. Oh no, that's not true. He did throw, I think, one curveball last at bat, but it wasn't. It wasn't competitive. That ball squeaks away, and no one goes anywhere. Eastside jumps on that like a cat on a cat toy.
Okay, cat on some nip.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Something cats love.
Yeah, cat jumping on it like
Like a mouse.
a thing. Yeah.
That was very funny.
Cat on a bowl of cream.
There's a strike on the inside corner.
One more.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 down now with first base occupied. A drop third strike doesn't matter, and I think you throw the curve here, but we shall see. The runner out at second, not giving any hints to his batter. Oh, 23 does a good job of sitting on that. I know, Tony. Cat on the cat toy is not a good one. We're retiring that immediately.
Was that Tony out there
Yeah,
listening?
Tony just texted me. He's like, cat on the cat toy.
That was the best. Like a cat on a cat toy.
2 balls, 2
Better
strikes
than
now.
just on a hot tin roof.
Yeah. And there's a shot underneath Aaron's glove. It's going to go out to Isaiah. He's not going to get it either. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Chris will pick it up, and there will be a play. There will actually be no play at third, and another run scores.
2 more runs scored.
Yeah, 2 more runs score. Thank you. Yeah, so that was, I don't know, that ground ball to the right side that goes all the way to the fence is all I can say. Turf, turf, and more turf. So the Rogue, who we dispatched of pretty handily 9-3 the first time we played them, have now beat us on Thursday and have a 6-3 lead here in the bottom of the third. Remember, winner plays at 3 p.m. tomorrow.
Loser at 9.
So I can't tell you how much I want us to come back and score.
Okay.
Because we'd play at, 9, and then we'd play at, 1, right?
Yeah.
It's a pretty brutal schedule. And there's a ground ball down the left field line, but foul. Request for some baseballs. Ump makes. So with only 1 down, you're going to take the easy out, and you're probably going to let the runner from third score. So Mason really could get a strikeout here. Would be helping his cause in a very big way. Swing and a miss. 62. The winner of game 2 plays.
At 1 p.m.
So it'd be 9-1 and 5 is the day if you lose this game but want to win the whole thing.
That's right.
Oh, that is tough. Next pitch. Inside there. Mason with a weird kind of step and throw. Mason up to 76 pitches now. That's going to be probably a season high for him. And there's a curve, but it goes away. Not too far south of us in Commerce City, the Colorado Rapids soccer game has been suspended due to lightning. So now we know what's coming.
Uh-oh.
Swing and a miss. And Mason gets that third precious strike for the second out of the inning. So now you can have a simple throw over to first and not worry about the runner at third. Number 4 will step in. He's got a bright blue oven mitt in the back pocket and a hype fire in both hands.
Just got 1 hype fire for the record, though. Gripping it with both hands.
Yeah!
That's true. If you showed up with 2 bats, I don't even know what you would do. Like, is that even legal? Does anyone know? What if you started like kind of samurai style? Because the old school days, you'd have 2 bats in the on deck circle to sort of swing a heavier load right in your arms. But yeah, what would that be? That ball's going to be low and away, ball 1.
I'm hoping it was the turf's fault. Muff ball out in right field.
Well, I mean, the turf adds so much speed, and the ball doesn't bounce like it normally would. Should Isaiah have gotten in the way of that? Probably. You'd have the runner at second versus the one at third. So. So 2 balls on 1 strike. To number 4.
Right. It was a hit, though, no matter what.
No, it was a hit. Yeah, for sure. The question is just whether you stop the runner at second or stop the runner at third. So 3-1. And that curveball that was working so well for Mason, we haven't seen that number called as much.
No, I mean, they sat on it twice in a row.
Yeah. And he's going to throw that one high inside. And after starting with a strike, he throws 4 straight balls, and we'll have runners on the corners for the Rogue with number 8 will sub in for 4. In Caba, there's no courtesy runners. I don't know if we were talking about that last.
There's no courtesy runners, but what there is if he was a bench player, right, he could sub in and come back out. And, the guy holds his lineup, right? Depending on how many there.
The original, I think they're playing subs too. The original batter or the original player can come out once and then go back into the same spot.
Is it just once?
But remember, we played AYL on Thursday, and they allowed courtesy runners.
Right.
So that is not a courtesy runner.
And they allow courtesy runners in Chaucer in high school, or at least
for catchers and pitchers, right?
Right, for catchers and pitchers.
Yeah.
But
all right, first and third, 2 outs. Ball inside. And there's a defensive indifference, allows the runner to get down to second.
Yeah, and they're just batting 10, so I assume.
Yeah, so they're exactly. So 84 pitches from Mason, 85 pitches from Mason, excuse me.
Wow.
So the arm's got to start feeling like a little bit of rubber. But we just need that third out. And trying to save the team, swing and a miss. Trying to save the team a little bit of extra arms for tomorrow, especially on the current trajectory. We're going to have to play 3 games.
Yeah.
So after Mason comes off here, we want to make sure to put his arm in some ice.
Mason, get those bats up and moving.
Yep.
Nice stop, Isai.
Isai with an incredible backhanded grab off the carpet there on a curveball that bit way too early. It appears as though the batter shares the same name as our pitcher, because it suddenly heard the first base coach cheering him on. Yeah. And that ball's going to be high and away. 3 balls, 1 strike. Mason looking pretty dejected out there.
No need. It's 2-1, 3-1.
Yeah, no, he just needs to throw one. He's got to let his defense do the work.
Yep.
And he's going to throw that one inside. And he's going to send number 1 down to first. That'll be bases loaded now for the Rogue. And in steps number 5. So we just turned the lineup over. That's what was going to happen. They were trying to give.
Isai is going to pitch, it looks like. Good job, Mason!
So they're trying to get Mason to get the number 10 batter out, and instead what they're going to do now is give Isai the ball. Isai's going to come out from behind the plate, and he is going to go warm up. So I'm guessing Isaiah.
Bring it in, so he will be coming in.
Okay, Isaiah will be behind the plate, and Mason may return to the field. Interesting, Jack hasn't been in the field.
Yeah, Jack must be hurt or something.
Yeah, we'll have to go find out from him what's going on. But looks like Mason's going to take left, and then that'll slide Teddy to right with Crystal at center. But the changing of the battle guard, knee pads and chest protector and thing will take a little bit of time. And while we do that, I'm going to drink a little bit of water and think about how we can get out of this inning.
Let's go, boys! 2 outs, let's go!
I don't remember.
You probably went to Longview, I bet.
I don't know.
2 hours from Renton. If you're listening because you're related to Mason and you're in Renton and you're going to drive 2 hours to the beach, we have another Rentonite who I thankfully saved from there 26 years ago. Can you tell us where you're going to the beach 2 hours from Renton?
Maybe it's a little.
It's got to be Longview. It's got to be. And we were told if we just drive through some trees, which if you're familiar with Western Washington, you know that that's all there is. So Eastside.
I know the area well.
Yeah, Eastside throwing first pitch strike. And a second pitch strike. So I think I mentioned this earlier, but
Foul tip goes back to the pitcher.
yeah, it comes off the concrete or brick, I guess. I think I mentioned this before, but when we beat the Rogue 9-3, Eastside threw 3 1/3 innings of one hit ball.
Wow.
So he's got something. And strike three pitches, and that will end the inning. So Eastside does have something with the Rogue. And Jackrabbits down by a bunch need to come back and put some runs on the boards. Look at the top of the fourth.
Yeah, that's a beach.
6-3. Don't let your dog knock my internet off. How weird is that? I put the internet like underneath there, here. What? What long?
Coulon Beach.
Maybe.
That you're going to Lake Washington? That doesn't count.
It was
Like a real ocean.
pretty sure it was the ocean because the kids were skimboarding on it.
Yeah. You're at Long Beach or Longview. What the place that's down by? You go down to Olympia and over. You know, because the sound sucks. First of all, it's cold and it's not very clean. You had to be on the Pacific, so you had to be out on the fingertips.
Maybe. But I know we rode the bike. It was this.
You
cute
rode a
little-
bike there from Renton?
Yeah,
No,
they
once they-
took a motorcycle.
Oh,
I've spent a ton of time in Renton. I worked for Boeing for like 8 years. And
Let's go, boys. We're gonna be loud. Oh shit! That's gas. No, we've seen this picture before. Boys, we need to be loud. Let's go. What hasn't started yet?
It does. Oh, and I could have sworn I just saw it.
Oh, no, sit down. Bite your tongue.
Can't happen.
No, exactly. So it's 8:10. What time did we decide this is? 8:31 is when it's over? 8:16.
Now, a tie game goes to us because we had one better.
That's true.
Less run given away.
So Isai, who just had 3-pitch strikeout, is going to now put the
8:31 is time.
aluminum stick in his hand. He's going to take the first pitch high, ball one. On that horizon, it looks pretty, I think, on your YouTube, of a lot of reds and purples, and here it looks much more ominous, so we're hoping that that's not going to be the case. But 21 minutes at least in this game, and 22 puts the ball in the dirt. 22 came in and pitched on Thursday, and I think it's fair to say he flummoxed us. I think that's, yeah, we struggled like crazy against 22, the left-hander here.
So far, he doesn't have the same stuff.
Well, he did pitch a bunch of pitches on Thursday, and he said he's going to pop that one off to the right side.
Get out.
Oh, and it goes off the, what is that, some sort of maintenance shed, looks like. And the ump is out of baseballs, so hopefully someone goes and gets that. Isai now 2-ball, 1-strike count. He's going to take that 64-mile-an-hour pitch off of shoe tops for ball 3. And he's going to take ball 4.
That guy's starting to just cheer instead of...
No, you can say good job, whatever. Because we're only working on the one microphone today, you'll be fine. So Jabril will step in. And wow, the greens are very green.
Very green on the
YouTube.
Much greener than in real life.
Yeah.
The greens are green and the gray is gray.
So with the lefty, Isai is probably going to stay very close to the bag. Jabril now. He's going to pop that one straight up.
This way.
And it's going to be just out of play, or just out of reach of the catcher.
Well, it's really hard to make a play here, too, because you have very little room to run. You have to start thinking about running into the fence immediately.
Yeah.
So it's not very friendly for a fly ball.
No, not on the catcher at all.
So I'm okay for the bottom of the inning.
I'll buy you concrete.
I mean the top of the inning.
Yeah. No, I mean that's the catcher's. That's not on the catcher. That's a tough catch for sure. So, Ocean Shores. Okay, I was close because I think Longview's down that way too. So Ocean Shores, the blast. It's. Ooh. Jabril just hits a foul ball at his sister. His sister was over here saying she would buy him a concrete if he got a hit, and then he just hit her with a foul ball off the fence. So.
So did you get that?
Yeah, I got it. I think I got it.
We're short baseballs. We don't have any baseballs, so we're trying to find one. And the catcher's looking to his dugout for a ball. So Isai at first. Jabril now with 2 strikes.
You got it.
Come on, Bradley.
Swing and a miss. And the runner at second will get in safely, but we do strike. Jabril does strike out.
I'd like to give a shout out to Greg Sloggett in Prescott, Arizona, Mason's grandpa, Aunt Heather and Uncle Donnie that are watching in Seattle. We love you guys. Watch this.
A strong foul ball off to the right side.
Yeah, that didn't work like I wanted.
Well, he's not done yet.
He's not done yet. It's more of a watch this in the generic, not in this specific next pitch. So the runner now at second, and the Jackrabbits down by 3. We need a good base hit from Mason here to score the runner and then get on.
And Grandpa Donnie, or Danny. Danny and Gammy, we love you.
So a productive fielder's choice. Isai gets over to third, but 2 down now. And Aaron will step in. It'd be really good for the morale to put another run on the board here. Better obviously to put 3 on, but 1 at least. Aaron swings and misses a first pitch strike. There's strike 2. That's a 66 on the corner. It's been a strike all day. I know you don't agree with it, but he's been consistent on it all day. We saw that Thursday, too, that outside. Oh, foul ball near Emilio. We've already had Isaiah hit by a fast foul ball in the on-deck circle. Emilio almost got it there. And there's a shot through the right side. Aaron will be there, and Isai scores. That is exactly what the Jackrabbits needed. And so Aaron's going to come out, and Joe will take his spot on first base. Emilio comes in for Isaiah. I think this is Emilio's first at bat. Is that correct? So. I don't think he got up in the first inning before Isaiah came in. I have to go back and look. But Joe much quicker on the base paths than Aaron. And he throws it away. And Joe will now. So Joe gets over on the misthrown pickoff. And now an opportunity for Emilio, if he gets the ball into the outfield, like Aaron did, to drive a run in. Because with 2 outs, Joe, with a ton of baseball IQ, will know to be running as soon as it's hit. And that ball's going to be high. Ball 1.
What is from Emilio?
Emilio, I believe. Emilio. I might have skipped I think 6 letters long. Anyway. All right, 2 balls now to Emilio. Swing and a miss. 62 pitch. And Emilio is looking down the left field line when he swung at that one. He doesn't need to crush it. We just need a single here with 2 outs. We had a 2-out rally to score a bunch of runs earlier in the game. We can do it again. And we had a balk. 22 didn't come to a complete stop. You must pause for at least 1 second. A count of basically 1/1000. He didn't. He treated that like a wind-up. So Joe now at third. Emilio's sitting on a 3-1 count. Actually, no, now it's a 3-1 count because the balk was called, so the ball didn't count. So.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Now, if they call a balk and the pitcher throws, and the batter hits it, it is considered a live ball at that point.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But if he doesn't, then it's a no pitch.
Okay.
And there's ball 4. Emilio will take the free pass down to first, and Jack will come in as we turn the lineup
Top
over.
of the order.
Yeah, we'll take that. And we're going to get a timeout, and the coach is going to come say hello to his pitcher, who comes well off the mound to come chat with him. And it looks like the coach is talking to just his pitcher and catcher. The infield has not come in, so this is going to be a conversation about mechanics probably, and potentially pitch selection. But it's pretty quick. So, in fact, one of the quickest mound visits we've seen all season. Just walked his guy in and had a few words with him. Probably more like a just calm him down. He's got 2 outs. You know, he doesn't need to think about it too much, but he's had a rough couple at-bats here. So Jack will step in now. Runners at first and third. Emilio with a tiny lead at first. And that ball's high and away. Sorry, high and inside to our lefty.
Wait for a good pitch.
And the next pitch. And there's a strike on the outside corner. So that gnarly, like red that we saw on the horizon is now turned to a blue, so it must be sunset. And we get a balk again, and so that's going to score a run.
Don't swing it, jump.
And that's a non-pitch. So we'll have another run scored. 6-5 does not count as a pitch. Had he made contact, it would have.
See, this is where
So Emilio out at second now.
I start really overthinking stuff because there's 11 minutes left
Right,
for time.
but they're the home team.
So they get to come up no matter what.
Correct.
But if we can't, if part of you says if we're not going to score to tie the game, then
Jack's going to pop that one up to first, or the first base side, second baseman or anything. He catches it,
all right.
and that will be the third out of the inning. And Uncle's calling ball game 8:21. What time do we think it was? 8:31, right?
Was it lightning?
He called ball
I
game.
thought it was 8:31.
So it might be just that it was. Anyway, we're bad at math here. Ladies and gentlemen, Jackrabbits go 1-1 in the Kava 14U Silver Division. We will see you at 9 a.m. Mountain Time tomorrow. And make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so when we go live, you can find us. And if you've been tuning in from across the country or across the world, we appreciate it. On behalf of Jackrabbits Broadcasting, this is Mike
And Mark?
Vamos Liebres. We will see you tomorrow.
Thank you.